feature here for the NCAA bracket schedule for most of the season here. So that's what's up. So we have till 5/16/2026. Let's talk about what we have here on ESPN on starting on the 22nd. We did up to 18th, but starting 22nd. We have the National Feature One opener. The Sea Lakers line on ESPN Plus at 9 Eastern. And on the 23rd, at 5/7 Eastern is the men's USA finals. Division 3 at NCAA. That earlier on the earlier. But so far, just the semifinals are posted. We have the National Feature Ones are for first round, which is not the opening round, which is the first round, which is the quarterfinals. And CYA versus Wagner. When CYA and Wagner take offensive for 3 Eastern, 5 East, which the games are going to be half hour long, probably noon Pacific, half hour long, or hour and a half long, excuse me. There's half a break, and then LA versus California, the 4 seed at 5 against 4, away 5 California 4 at 5 East. And Harvard at number 2 UC. Number 7 Harvard, number 2 UC. Number 3 at 7 Eastern and NCAA. And Eastern and NCAA. Yes, I only want University in Southern California. And then Division 3 men's basketball championship teams to be turned on Saturday 24th at 7 p.m. at 2 p.m. and then 7 p.m. is National Feature Ones are post NFL, which is all divisions. It's Division 2, 3, and 1 schools to compete in. And see what gets in because their conference be Division 2, Division 3 schools. Whereas some schools may have combined schools in, but Division 1's getting more. Or Division 2s and 3s. And we have the wins, which were post FOs, or game 5, or game 6. It's at 7 Eastern and NCAA. And then 10 Eastern and NCAA is 25th is the second semifinal. And then 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern is the National Collegiate and Beach section of 16 teams on NCAA.com. And then 4 p.m. Eastern is the men's section of International Collegiate, which is Division 1, 2, and 3 schools that affiliate that want to work to Division 1. Some schools like Division 3s, like hockey, they affiliate with Division 1s, like John Hopkins affiliates with Division 1 for Dallas Baptist affiliates with Division 1 for baseball. So you have schools that want to compete in higher levels for certain sports, because they're really, really good at it at their level. They'd be like almost too really good, way too good. And then we have or some make it their sport, and it's their money sport, big time sport at their school. One of the big time sports. Yeah, Division 2 men's golf section first series, E teams. There's E teams competing. And then there's in the regions, and there's going to be 32 individuals. And there's going to be, and 32 individuals are the individuals outside of the teams. They're not, outside of the teams. And it's 5, and then it's Division 2 women's golf. There's 32 teams, 24 individuals. And that's 5 Eastern as well. And then the National Collegiate Ones are pro National Collegiate game as an ESPN 9 Eastern. Surprised the NC National Collegiate Ones were pro turned as non ESPN Plus. I'm really surprised by that because I know they have the men's championship for National Collegiate one. The one's affiliated with Division 1 schools. That one is on ESPN Plus. All the games are. And the championship is on ESPN. And then ESPN like ESPN 2, like live, I believe. Yep. So yeah. I mean, it could be some earlier games, like the semifinals, like earlier on ESPN 2. I mean, I know they had it they used to have it a Saturday afternoon always, and that didn't always work out because so, but or having some of the games when when they don't overlap on NCAA, you get them on ESPN or ESPN, You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that, as much. I don't really mind it. Um, um, yeah, it used to be ESPN 2, Saturday at night. It might just be depending on what sports they air. What I'm saying, what sports going on at that time on ESPN 2 or ABC. On weekends. Some of the pro sports like NBA, NHL come with ESPN, ABC come with ABC, and then UFL, and then ESPN, and then ESPN, and then ESPN make sure that for softball, college football, college baseball, and so stuff like that. So then we have the men's test team selection announcement. 64 teams on team test selection. 64 teams. It's at 5 Eastern. For Central Division 1. And Division 1 for women's by 30 Eastern. Oh yeah. And the men's golf section 72 teams, 36 zeros on golf channel central Wednesday 28th at 5 Eastern. And then Friday the 1st, starting at Eastern, is going all the way throughout the day. It's at 5 Eastern on ESPN 2. It is the whip around coverage. There you have the whip around coverage of every match. There. You're going to see the whip around coverage, and the whip around is where you might see a little bit of match one, then you see a pair one, the one's pair, and then you see a little bit of the pairs 5. You see around the best, who's gonna win. You could put each pair, who's gonna win the match. It's best 3 out of 5. That's what they do for the tournament, so they don't go very long. So they don't play the matches they only have to play. And that's what that is. So they're gonna do that, and I like it. I like beach volleyball, but beach volleyball doesn't get shown on TV. They're like conference tournaments. A lot of times, the conferences have a deal with ESPN Plus, we're gonna make sure the conference tournaments get televised for all the sports, But some schools might like golf. Golf does not get, unless it's Golf Channel, and the schools they barely show golf. Maybe you might show golf at a prestigious golf club that you use, that you rent out for a little bit, or a college uses for a tournament, really prestigious. Maybe say the 20th best golf course in the United States, ranked in the United States. Out of every golf course out there. There's thousands of golf courses in the United States, maybe 10,000 golf courses in the United States. So So yeah, but other than that, or a golf channel might have some good big golf meets, college golf meets during the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, when the DP World Tour, the PGA Tour, all the international tours, amateur tours, PGA Tour champions, which is older PGA Tour players, that compete on there, that are the senior tour. And yeah, but then anyways, but what is. And then the second one, the quarterfinals. They're on ESPN 2. That's right, same. And then they move to, and then the semifinals will be. It's during the 2 and day 3 Eastern. On the second as well. And then the championship, at 12:30 Eastern same. On ESPN. And then the men's lacrosse section is Division 2. At 7:30 Eastern. 8:30 Eastern is for the women. Division 2. On NCAA.com on the 3rd. And then the section show And then ESPNU have a section over Division 1 on ESPNU. There's more teams in Division 2 men's lacrosse centers. Men's lacrosse centers and men's lacrosse section will provide men's lacrosse at the collegiate level. It's kind of like those words like people might use for like if say both schools have like a volleyball, if they have like a volleyball is a program or it's a football, you might have for women instead of using flag football, you might have you have to have equal opportunity, equal number of roster spots and scholarships available for men and women, and like like people have women's lacrosse. Some schools only have women's soccer, not men's soccer. Some schools have both, so they have women's lacrosse, not men's lacrosse. Or they have wrestling, for men. So you have that. So it's kind of different, only have like women's hockey for not men's. Division 1, 2, Division 1 men's lacrosse, there are 28 teams in ESPNU. And Division 3 men's lacrosse, there are 40 teams at the same time in NCAA. And maybe and there is the Division 1 men's lacrosse, 18 teams in ESPNU. And 10:30 a.m. on Monday. There's the Division, of course, Division 3 ones were circled for some teams on NCAA. Maybe the 4th Division 3 ones test for 8 teams on NCAA. And Division 3 men's test was for 4 teams at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. On NCAA.com. And Division 3 men's golf. Division 3 men's golf session. 225 participants. There's 43 teams, 10 individuals. And see, in press release. And then there's Division 3 1 as well. There has a 101 team. Wizards. There are 4 teams, 6 individuals. Individuals are teams. Competitors who do not compete with the team as their team did not make it. The best 10 individuals do not make it as part of a team. Their team not make it. They want to shout them out, In Division 2, that's a 4 for the men, 6 for the women in their press release. And the men's test session for 8 teams, just central. Division 2 at 8:30, and the women's at 8 Eastern. And the Division 1 and the golf channel on the 6th. And the 6th is the Division 1 men's golf section. E1 teams, 45 individuals. And then we have the Division 2 men's section announcement individuals. Division 1 has individual tests in the spring. In the fall, Division 1 individual tests in the fall. Separately. Division 2 and 3. Yeah, that's correct. At least Division 3 does. And they have it an individual tests. They have 32 individuals, 16 doubles for the one. And then that's at Sunny Street on Pusheries. And the 10th, ESPN is going to Division 1 Football Social with 64 teams, ESPN 2. And then 10 p.m. on the 10th, Division 2 Baseball Social with 66 teams. Division 2 Softball Social with 64 teams at 11 at 10 a.m. Eastern. On CDCom Social. And then Division 3 Softball 64 teams at 11 a.m. Eastern. And new one is the baseball section announcement for NCAA Division 3. And the social live. And the National Cadet Men's Iowa Championship is live. ESPN 2 at Sunny Eastern. And Division 2 and Outdoor Field. And the women's section announcement 360 individuals per gender. That's for all the different events. Like, all the different events. 360, so let's make it 360 individuals per gender total. Spread between all events. And then we have some individuals might be in multiple events. We have individual rowing. Second announcement for Division 3. 8 teams are being hunted for total competitors. 160 including the spare. Men's team tennis quarterfinal. It was for Thursday on ESPN. Also at 10 a.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. 4 and 7 on the 14th. Last year, the men's was on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to all 3 days in a row. Women's this year's going to be all 3 days in a row. We have Division 1 women's across quarterfinals. Division 1 first round, women's across first round and second round games on ESPN because they play on, because the men is actually the same, one at the same time. So the men's actually gets the T coverage on ESPN. I'm surprised though, that even like the Friday or whatever, they could have games on that Friday, say Sunday. And the men's and when the women's are not, they could feature games throughout the day on ESPN. I'm surprised they don't even do that, And then they have the women's quarterfinals on ESPN. Also on Thursday the 14th. And they don't want to wear out the softball championships on the 15th. Or it's probably when the NCAA is like how they get their TV coverage for the women's quarterfinals. So ESPN's like, okay, we'll do it, we'll show it, but we're gonna have to show it on the 14th. And they're like, okay. Yeah, The 15th is the Steam Test quarterfinal at 10, 1 and 4 and 7. And it's Division 3 outdoor track and field men doing 6 rounds. Top 24 declared student and athlete per individual per junior. And then 16 relay teams per junior. So it'll be 24 athletes per event. Division 3. It'll be 24 individuals per gender in event each event. And 16 relay teams per event. And then the Division 1 men's tennis team service. We starting at 10 and 1, and then 4 and 7 and 1s. Because they played Friday, they did Friday, so they get later time. Division 1 men's across quarterfinals. And noon 2:30 ESPN. On both days, it's going to be 17th as well. They haven't met by then yet. It's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be on ESPN. So there you have it.